Those are rising again. The national average just a little under $4 now, $3.92. As we know, keep in mind the context here. OPEC announcing a 2 million barrel per day cut in production. What do you anticipate when it comes to the cost of gas? Is it expected to go up?
I would think so, because it's very clear there's going to be less supply on the market. Now, why is that? Well, one, U.S. policy incorrectly is not producing as much as it can, and we're going to rely on countries like Saudi Arabia, who are not our friends, to provide us with oil and ultimately fuel for how we need to operate. Now, let's keep in mind, it's very simple. Energy is power. You have more of it, you're more powerful. You have less of it, you're weaker. So what we're seeing here is the weakening of the United States, both economically, and I would even go as far as to say it's a threat to national security as well.
Keeping on the topic of oil and gas, we were just looking at the Dow there, by the way, opening up in the green there, a little more than 100 points on the Dow. But staying with this, former Obama economic advisor Larry Summers spoke about the problems coming up from canceling the Keystone pipeline. Watch this.
We made a mistake by canceling the Keystone pipeline. We made a mistake by slowing down all kinds of permitting activity. We made a mistake by being hostile as a country to natural gas.
What are your thoughts on that? Are you surprised that someone like Summers, again, from the Obama administration, would come out against something that, again, day one was done by this administration?
Well, you would expect that, but, you know, Larry Summers has actually been pretty critical of the Biden administration and a number of their economic policies, specifically here as it comes to energy. He's 100% right. And if you translate what he's saying there, he's saying that this administration is finding ways to lower supply to the market. And as a result, prices are going to go up. And I believe that a lot of the inflation that we're feeling is related to fuel costs, because getting product from point A to point B requires fuel. Diesel, which we're seeing really going up over the last week. So when you see diesel costs going up, that's going to get passed right on to the consumers, and all of us feel that across the board.
You know, we've talked about gas and oil. Now let's talk about electric. The first Tesla semi-truck is set to hit the road in December with a 500-mile range. So Elon Musk has been pretty busy with this development here. I think he shared his video recently on Twitter. Is this going to change the trucking industry when you switch to electric?
It has a chance to. Look, similar to anyone who's thinking about buying or getting an electric vehicle of some kind, right? You have that anxiety of how long before I'm going to need a charge. So now you have these trucks that can go 500 miles. Great. What happens for the long haulers? What do they do? How much time are they going to lose when they have to recharge? How long is recharging going to take? And on top of that, do we have the infrastructure in place to really move an industry in this direction? I think the answer is no. We're not there yet, but certainly this is a start in that direction.
Yeah, a sign of the future right there. Dan Geltrude, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it, as always.
Coming up, the Biden